There is a specific kind of morning that only happens at the edge of a lake. The water completely still. The light coming in low across the surface. And a cabin, your cabin, standing exactly where land meets water. 2 stories. Under 600 square feet. And more beautiful than anything you can buy for 10 times the price. By the end of this video you will understand exactly how these cabins are designed, what makes the 2-story form work on a lakefront site, what they cost to build, and the 5 decisions that separate a cabin that is beautiful for a decade from one that is beautiful forever. Welcome to Affordable Tiny Living, where we go deep on the small homes worth building. Today, the 2-story lakefront tiny cabin. Why the 2-story form works so well on water, how to design the exterior and interior for the site, what it costs, and the honest limitations of building at the water's edge. Subscribe right now if you are not already here. Let us get into it. The lakefront site creates a specific design problem that the 2-story form solves more elegantly than any other. The problem is the view and the footprint. A lakefront lot is typically narrow, 15 to 30 meters of water frontage with significant depth from the shore to the road. The premium is the water frontage. The deeper you set the cabin back from the water, the smaller the site footprint you consume and the more shoreline vegetation you preserve. But the further back you set the cabin, the lower the view elevation, and the closer the ground floor is to the water surface. The 2-story cabin solves this entirely. A small ground floor footprint, 20 to 30 square meters, set back modestly from the water. A second story of equal area directly above it. Total floor area 40 to 60 square meters across 2 levels. Footprint impact on the shoreline, minimal. And the upper floor, positioned 3 to 4 meters above the water surface, has an elevated view across the lake that the single-story cabin, set at water level, can never match. From the upper floor bedroom, you look over the dock, over the shoreline planting, across the full width of the lake to the treeline beyond. That view, framed in a full-height window from a bed 4 meters above the water surface, is the defining experience of the 2-story lakefront tiny cabin. It cannot be replicated at ground level regardless of how large the window is. 2 stories. Same footprint. Better view. Less shoreline impact. Before the design, the site. Lakefront sites have specific conditions that affect every design decision. Most jurisdictions with protected lakes require a minimum setback from the ordinary high water mark, typically 15 to 30 meters for a principal structure. This setback determines how far from the water your cabin sits and therefore the ground floor view elevation. Understand your setback requirement before committing to a design. A 30-meter setback makes the 2-story form even more compelling. The upper floor elevation compensates for the distance from the water. The ideal lakefront cabin orientation faces the water on the primary view axis, typically south or southwest in the northern hemisphere for afternoon sun on the lake-facing facade. The upper floor main window positioned on this axis at full height. Morning sun enters the east gable. Afternoon warmth on the lake-facing west or south facade. The dock is not an afterthought. It is the transition between the cabin and the lake, the arrival sequence when approaching by water and the departure point for swimming, kayaking, and fishing. Position the dock on the same axis as the cabin's primary view window so the view from the upper floor includes the dock extending into the lake. The dock becomes part of the composition. A simple floating dock, aluminum frame with cedar or composite decking, costs $3,500 to $9,000 installed. A fixed timber pile dock, more permanent, more substantial, costs $8,000 to $22,000 depending on length and water depth. In cold climates, lake ice and spring flooding are structural considerations. A cabin on pier foundations, raised above the ordinary high water mark, responds to both conditions better than a cabin on a concrete slab. Pier foundations at 600 to 900 millimeters above grade allow water to pass beneath the structure during flood events and prevent ice heave damage to the foundation. The raised foundation also improves airflow beneath the building, reducing moisture accumulation and extending the life of the structural floor. The exterior of a two-story lakefront tiny cabin is defined by three relationships: between the cabin and the water, between the cabin and the sky, and between the cabin and the treeline it sits within. The two-story form on a narrow lakefront footprint reads as vertical against the horizontal water plane. That vertical to horizontal contrast is part of the visual power of the cabin, the sharp line of the gable roof or shed roof against the flat lake surface. The most common roof forms on two-story tiny lakefront cabins: steep gable, traditional, symmetrical, maximum attic volume in the upper floor. The pitched silhouette against the sky is immediately readable as a cabin. The most photographed profile on a lakefront site. Single slope shed, asymmetric, contemporary, the high wall facing the lake with maximum glazing on the view elevation. More modern in character. Excellent for solar gain on the lake-facing facade. Butterfly roof, two slopes rising outward from a central valley. The V-profile against the sky is distinctive and contemporary. Allows clearstory glazing at the upper edges of both slopes. Less common but highly effective on a lakefront site. The most durable and most appropriate cladding for a lakefront site, given the moisture, UV exposure, and temperature cycling, is either thermally modified timber or fiber cement. Thermally modified timber, dimensional stability, no maintenance, deepens in tone with weathering. The most authentic material for a cabin in a natural setting. Cost, $40 to $75 per square meter installed. Dark stained cedar or pine, lower cost, more maintenance required in a waterfront environment. Recoat every 3 to 5 years. Cost, $30 to $55 per square meter installed. Fiber cement, zero maintenance, available in any color, resists moisture and UV without treatment. Cost, $30 to $55 per square meter installed. The most important facade. The ground floor, typically a covered deck or open porch extending toward the water. The upper floor, the full-height primary window. Possibly the full width of the upper floor in glazing. This elevation is the cabin's public face, visible from the lake, from the dock, from the water. It should be the most considered facade in the design. Every element, the deck rail, the window proportion, the roof overhang, the entry door position, should be resolved as a composition before any other design decision is made. The interior of the two-story lakefront tiny cabin is organized around one principle: every principal space should have a direct relationship with the water. The ground floor is the functional level, kitchen, living, bathroom, and the connection to the dock and outdoors. Entry from the land side. Living and kitchen facing the lake through the primary ground floor window or glazed door that opens onto the covered deck. The open-plan ground floor, kitchen, dining, and living in one continuous space, maximizes the perceived size of the 20 to 30 square meter footprint. No internal walls below. The stair or ship's ladder to the upper floor positioned against the land side wall, consuming minimal floor area. The covered deck or porch at the lake-facing side extends the ground floor outward. When the glazed door is open, the interior kitchen and living space, the deck, and the lake are one continuous experience. The deck is the room the ground floor opens into. Budget $3,500 to $9,000 for a timber deck of 8 to 12 square meters with a simple railing. The stair between floors is a significant design decision in a cabin this small. A conventional stair at 900 mm wide and 45-degree angle consumes approximately 3 to 4 square meters of ground floor area, significant in a 20 to 30 square meter plan. A ship stair at 60 to 70 degrees, narrow, steep, with alternating treads, consumes 1.5 to 2 square meters. More physical to use. Acceptable for occasional access to a sleeping loft. Not ideal for daily use with heavy items. A storage stair, each tread a hinged drawer, combines vertical circulation with the storage that a tiny cabin always needs. Cost to build, $1,200 to $3,500 owner constructed from timber and standard hardware. The upper floor is the sleeping level. And in a two-story lakefront tiny cabin, it is the cabin's finest room. The full-height window on the lake-facing wall of the upper floor is the design element that makes the investment in the two-story form justify itself completely. Positioned at the head of the bed, the lake fills the entire visual field when lying down. At dawn, the first light on the water enters this room before any other. The view from this bed, at this height, across this lake, is the experience the entire cabin is built to produce. Platform bed, low, simple, positioned directly facing the window. No bedside tables wider than 400 millimeters. The view is the room. Everything else is in service to it. Bathroom on the upper floor, a compact wet room tucked under the roof slope where ceiling height is lowest. Shower, wall-hung toilet and a small basin. The lowest clearance zone of the upper floor used for the function that needs the least headroom. Full cost breakdown for a two-story lakefront tiny cabin, 25 square meters per floor, 50 square meters total floor area. Foundation, pier system, 6 to 8 piers, $4,500 to $9,000. Ground floor structural frame and floor deck, $8,000 to $15,000. Upper floor structural frame and floor deck, $6,000 to $12,000. Roof structure, gable or single slope, $6,500 to $13,000. Exterior cladding, thermally modified timber or fiber cement, $6,000 to $14,000. Windows and glazed door, upper floor full height lake window plus ground floor glazing, $7,000 to $18,000. Roof covering, metal standing seam, $5,500 to $11,000. Insulation, $4,000 to $8,000. Structure and envelope total, $53,500 to $100,000. Interior lining, timber or plasterboard, $4,500 to $9,000. Kitchen, galley format, full appliances, $5,000 to $14,000. Bathrooms, ground floor and upper floor wet rooms, $9,000 to $20,000. Storage stair, $1,200 to $3,500. Flooring both levels, $3,500 to $8,000. Heating, wood burning stove plus electric backup, $2,500 to $6,000. Mechanical and electrical, $8,000 to $14,000. Interior fit-out total, $33,700 to $74,500. Dock, floating or fixed timber pile, $3,500 to $22,000. Driveway and site clearing, $2,000 to $8,000. Permits and fees, $3,000 to $8,000. Site and dock total, $8,500 to $38,000. Full project total, $95,700 to $212,500. The lakefront site premium, the dock, the pier foundation, the higher specification cladding and glazing for the waterfront environment, adds $20,000 to $45,000 above what an equivalent inland two-story tiny cabin would cost. That premium is the cost of the water. And for the people who build these cabins, it is the most rational expenditure they have ever made. 5 decisions. The difference between a cabin that is beautiful for a decade and one that is beautiful for a lifetime. 1. Raise the structure off the ground. Pier foundation at minimum 600 mm above grade. Ice, flooding, and moisture all pass beneath the building without contact. The floor structure stays dry. The building lasts. 2. Specify the cladding for water exposure. Lakefront sites have higher moisture, UV, and temperature cycling than inland sites. Thermally modified timber or fiber cement. Not standard softwood. Not standard stain. Materials specified for the specific exposure conditions of a waterfront environment. 3. Size the upper floor window generously. The full-height lake-facing window on the upper floor is the feature the cabin is built around. Do not reduce it for cost. It is the most valuable square meter of glazing in the building. Budget $3,500 to $8,000 for this single window and consider everything else secondary to it. 4. Build the dock at the same time as the cabin. Dock construction after the cabin is complete is more expensive and more disruptive. Building both simultaneously allows the contractor to use the same site access, the same equipment, and the same labor mobilization. Cost saving, 15 to 25% on the dock construction. 5. Design the lake-facing elevation as a composition. Every element of the lake-facing facade, the deck rail height, the window proportion, the roof overhang, the gap between the deck edge and the water, should be resolved as a single composition before any element is specified individually. This facade is the cabin's identity. It will be photographed from the water, from the dock, and from every boat that passes. It deserves the same consideration as the interior. 4 limitations. Know them before you build at the water's edge. 1. Lakefront land is expensive. The lakefront lot is the largest single cost in a lakefront cabin project, often exceeding the build cost. In established lake regions, Ontario, Minnesota, Maine, British Columbia, waterfront lots start at $150,000 and reach $500,000 or more for premium locations. The cabin itself can be built for $100,000 to $200,000. The land frequently costs more than the building. 2. Environmental regulations are complex. Lakefront sites are among the most heavily regulated residential land types. Setback requirements, vegetation removal restrictions, dock permitting, septic system requirements based on distance from the water, impervious surface limits, each adds time and cost to the project. Research the regulatory environment for your specific lake and jurisdiction before purchasing land or commissioning a design. 3. Seasonal access and year-round habitability. Many lakefront cabin sites are seasonally accessible, road access closes in winter, or the property is designed for summer use only. Year-round habitability requires a higher insulation specification, a more robust heating system, and year-round road access or alternative access arrangements. Clarify the access and habitability requirements before designing the mechanical and insulation systems. 4. Maintenance is higher than inland. Water, UV, humidity, insects, and temperature cycling at a lakefront site accelerate the deterioration of every building material exposed to them. A lakefront cabin requires more frequent inspection and more proactive maintenance than an equivalent inland structure. Budget 1.5 to 2% of the build cost annually for ongoing maintenance, higher than the 1% rule of thumb for conventional residential buildings. There is a reason people spend their entire working lives trying to get to a lake cabin. The water. The light. The specific quality of a morning at the edge of a lake that no other setting produces. The two-story tiny cabin, small footprint, elevated upper floor, full-height lake window, dock at the water's edge, distills that experience to its essence. Nothing unnecessary. Everything in service to the water and the light. Under 600 square feet. Under $200,000 in build cost. More livable than any of the full-size properties that surround it. So here is what we want to know. If you could have one thing, would it be this? A two-story lakefront tiny cabin that is entirely yours. Drop your answer in the comments. We read every single one. Subscribe to Affordable Tiny Living if you are not already here. This is exactly what we do every single week. Thank you for spending this time with us here at Affordable Tiny Living. Lakefront cabin builders, dock suppliers, pier foundation contractors, and waterfront site design resources are all linked in the description below. Subscribe. Hit the bell. We will see you in the next one.